All right, welcome in everybody. I'm DC, and this is my channel. Yay! Welcome. Glad you're here. I'm a producer, moderator. I make videos on tech and play video games on this channel. Come on in, watch. Brian, hello. Welcome on in. You can find all my stuff, dclasair.com, and that is powered by Doris. If you like what you see, go check out Doris. They are a new link in bio site. They got a good free tier, and if you really like what you see, sign up for Doris Pro and use my discount code to get 30% off for 3 months. I also get a little bit of that subscription, so another way to support me, yay. And if you have any questions, go into their Discord. They're very helpful there. It's an amazing service, so check them out. All right, today is Tech Friday, yay! We'll be talking about audio and OBS. And that'll be amazing. And then second part of the stream, we'll also go into some Gundam talk along with the TTRPG and other tech stuff we normally talk about. All right, so before we get into that, there were a couple of things I wanted to pick up from CES last week that I wanted to mention. Let's see here. What do we have here? I want to make sure, see if this in this article or in another one real quick. Nope, we're right here. Okay. So within this article is Corsair's PC mountable touchscreen, which looks cool. I will get you that link in just one moment. There you go. So some great looking monitors, but what I'm really interested in is this mountable touchscreen. It's a little bit past halfway down the article. Let's see here. Ooh, does this lead to a product announcement? Yes. Okay. So here is a product thingy directly from Corsair. Hold on. Gotta shrink down the link. And there you go. And yeah, this seems pretty neat. Included desk stand and all the info right there. I would have to put it behind my Stream Decks, but you know, I can do that. So maybe someday, but yeah, it's quite a screen, and it's touchscreen too, so that's nice. I found that to be the interesting thing out of the monitor talk. Ars Technica also did their bizarre things at CES, and a couple of them we talked about, but did miss a few. So there's Ars Technica's article. There's an AI-powered spice dispenser by a company called Spicer. It's 2 R's at the end. And I don't know why you would get this, but yeah, this probably offends every chef out there. With the why, right? But it will take the guesswork out of seasoning. So, okay, get a cookbook. Support an author. Let's see here. Other things. We talked about robot vacuums. Robot vacuums. And this article mentions robot vacuums doing way too much. We talked about robot vacuums with arms. Most of them are juicero. They do mention some neat things as well. But yeah, I wanted to basically point out the spicing, the spicer thing. Because, yeah. So that's a thing. And then from over on Engadget, we have more robots. They have the good, the bad, and the completely unhinged robots. So the unfortunate one that's meant to sound like an actual human child, that's adorable, it's the first one on the list, is by TCL. It's called Amy, but it's AI space ME, and just that alone annoys me, but yeah. Then there's Ropet, which we talked about, which is the little thing you can disconnect from the internet. It has Chat GPT if you want, but you can shut that off. And it has different little furry covers you can put on it. So if I can shut off the AI, excellent, because I don't want to use it. And they talk about the Mirumi, which is the little thing that attached to handbags we talked about. Romai. And let's see. Yeah, they talk about the Romai palm of your hand robot. And then below that in the article is this thing called Mirokai, which is just no. But if you want the robot of possible nightmares, there you go. I'm not responsible for you clicking that. Let's see. There is an AI bartender. Boo. There was an advanced. Oh, they give us the most terrifying robot, which was the Unitree's G1 robot. And there's another one called Mimo, which is basically just a 6-leg table with a lamp on top, kind of like the Pixar if the Pixar logo had legs. And there's another one called Reaching 2. It'll cost you $75,000. And it says it's an adorable open source machine with a human pilot that, its makers say, is ideal for teleoperation and data acquisition. Yeah, sure. Anyway, so yeah, I wanted to make sure we touched on those and some of the weirder things at CES because, I gotta bring the weird to you. All right, now let's get cracking into audio and OBS. So this came up with a conversation with Mike Sims, and should really be following them. If you're not, let me pull up Blue Sky. There's their link. Micah's great when it comes to finding out cool stuff and sharing it. Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to Mike about some audio things. And, you know, also posted a great thread on making overlays so when people drop, you can just switch a scene and make it look like no one dropped. But one thought he had me going, oh, no, that's a clever idea. So I wanted to go over that with you all. We're going to go over the demo window, and I brought up my portable OBS build, so you're not necessarily going to see everything that I have live. It's just for demonstration purposes, basically. And that is adding nested scenes just as audio scenes. So, and there's a couple other things around that. Boop. Here we go. All right, first thing I want to bring up is, I have to change this window size because I need to show you something on the other side of the window. One moment. Over here is the important bit. Over here. Ta-da! There we go. So, hello. Thanks for coming in, Springleaf. In the office today. Oh, no. Let's see here. So, if you go to settings, let's get the little dot up. Go to settings, and then, I gotta make this way bigger for y'all. Hold on. Okay, so here's your general settings window in OBS. And if you go to audio, see where it says global audio devices? Right here. Turn all of these off. Don't use them. Just disable, disable, disable. No. No. Big X. No. If you have a specific reason for using them, fine. But if you go, I should use global audio devices, why? And then you can't answer that question, disable. Don't use them. Because even if you don't have an audio in the scene, this is global. So the audio might sneak in somewhere. You don't want it. But thanks to Mike, what came up was nested scenes, which is what I had the window all fancy and prepared for. I'm moving a lot of stuff around. Sorry for the noises here. Get back to where we were. So here's nested scenes. You see me talking here. Yay. But basically, all you do to make a nested scene is go here, hit plus, and then you make a scene, you name it whatever you want. I already have it here, audio main, but just to show. So, audio not main. Then you get blank scene, and then you just add your audio sources. So add, in my case, I need audio input capture for my mixer. And then add existing, add my mic, which goes to the dual main. Okay. Hey, look, there's my audio source. Plus again. audio input capture. And then I want Spotify. Okay, so now I have my 2 audio sources in a scene, and then I go back to, say, my host, and then I add in the nested scene. And that's the icon for nested scene right there. So I can add in scene. Brings up this window here. I just say add existing and audio not main, and then it would bring in this. But the audio is, these audio are already shown, so it's not going to show them again. But then it's a nested scene. And the handy thing is, instead of adding both of these audio sources to every scene I need them in, I just have to add this one nested scene. So like on, the game screen, I'll have my mic, Spotify, and then another audio source for. Please don't talk about the. They are friendly music enthusiasts. Yeah. But if you create a nested scene, all you have to do is remember, just title it something you're going to remember and bring it on in. And then you're not putting in a whole bunch of audio scenes. If you have multiple scenes where you need those specific, 2 or 3 audio sources, just put in the scene and they come right up. Easy as that. And so, yeah, that's the first bit of the audio bit, is using nested scenes, because you can make anything a nested scene pretty much and add it into another scene. So that can be really, really handy, just for organization and kind of decluttering your sources view in a scene. And then something else I wanted to show off is that, and I've shown this before, but if you then want to control it via a Steam Deck, or Stream Deck, sorry, not Steam Deck. Let me get into where I need OBS Studio. And, there it is. Okay. Then, let's go to the scene first. Then I be on. Okay. And let's adjust this real quick. I'm the best at getting things prepared. No. It went off the thing. Stop it. Okay. All right, you see my mixer in the background. I'll take care of that in just a moment. Look, no mixer in the background. Okay. Oh, I see. All right, so here you see all my profile things. But if I go into create folder, right, you can name it whatever, audio demo, and I can, did you know that if you're in this on your Stream Deck, you can hit, what is it, Shift and Enter, and it'll go below a line? Yeah. So I'm not going to bother changing the icon. This is just for... So I click that. I have an empty folder. Now, if you get the free Stream Deck app, or not the... Yeah, if you download the Stream Deck app on either Android or iOS, you get 6 buttons free. And you install this program here. This is the Stream Deck plugin thing, and then you pair the device with your phone, and you can use those 6 buttons for volume control if you want to. So in the app itself on your PC or Mac or whatever you're using, you'd first get the OBS Studio plugin by Elgato. Then you go down here to Audio Mixer, drag it over here, and you have all these options. So I want to adjust the source. I want to be... I know I have a lot of sources, plus I have another thing of OBS open. So actually, I don't want to do my mic. I want to do here Spotify Duo Secondary. There we go. Spotify Duo Secondary. Icon style. I want fader vertical. You can make it fader horizontal too, whatever is good for you. And then you want to give it a step. It's usually at +2. I like +5. And then actually, if you made it horizontal, that might make more sense on the... Then I want this one over here. And then you can copy, paste. You can do this either horizontally or vertically. And then as long as I make the adjust step down, let's go -5 in the reverse direction. Now I have an audio meter, and then right next to it, I can pull in audio mixer and toggle mute and source. Once again, it needs to be, let's see here, Spotify Duo Secondary. Okay. Spotify Duo Secondary. Now, when I play some music, Spotify can come up here. Let's see. Do I have it in this scene? Okay, I have it in this scene. So, oh, you're not hearing it right now. Hold on. Turn it down a bit. Something has gone right. OBS lost a setting. That's what happened. Okay. Secondary. Okay. I'm going to turn this up. So you should be hearing some music. But now, when I hit this, it goes up and back down. Tom, hello. And I can mute. So yeah, you can do that with the 6 free buttons for the Stream Deck app. And there you go. You can probably do something similar with other devices as well. But, I mean, Stream Deck gives you 6 free buttons. Yeah. And, yeah. So real easy to control your audio in OBS. And yeah, So that's, if you have questions about audio, please ask them. I am trying to figure out where I'm going. There we go. Okay, I had to hit the buttons. All right. So yeah, any other questions on audio? Let me know, because that is the main focus for today. Also, if you're looking into OBS audio, there are multiple ways to do it. Where is that window? There it is. All right. Let me set up a thing. Oh, this got confused. Hold on. One moment. Remove and window capture. And oh no, not window capture. Wanted display capture. Because window capture doesn't always show the mouse cursor. All right. And then, yes, this one. I'm doing this so you can't see it. Oh, all set. Fit. Okay. There we are. So another way to add audio, if you don't have a switcher or a audio mixer, is if we go, oh, let me do the thing. Oop. Okay. Go back here. So what you can do is go back to sources and plus, and then up here is this audio application audio capture. So instead of OBS having control, well, OBS will sort of have control of it, but you're basically saying this app is playing audio. I want this in here, and it's just another way to add audio. That's quite handy in case input or output capture gets confusing or whatever. Hey, JD lady, welcome on in. Just capture the audio directly into OBS using the application audio capture beta. It's been in beta for a while, but it works just fine. And again, go to settings, audio. I can't recommend having global audio devices on. Gonna sneeze. Okay. So make sure you have global audio devices off. Lots of sneezing. Okay. So make sure you have global audio devices off. It'll make your life easier. Again, unless you know of a specific reason to have some on. But these will probably be filled with things anyway. I just leave them off because it's honestly a lot of trouble. And you don't need them to get audio through OBS. So There are other ways that allow you way more control, and just do any of those. Even adding the audio as a separate source in a scene on its own does that. Okay, so that's nested scene, audio nested scenes, which is handy, and adding a volume slider to a Stream Deck, or using the application Audio Capture Beta to capture audio in a particular scene in OBS. All right, so if there's any questions on that, or you want to know more about audio, please ask. And let's see what else I have here. Again, for audio routing, I've been recommending Mixline for a while now. I think you have to sign up for a Logitech account or make a free Logitech account to use it, or to have your settings saved or something. But it's still the best audio routing you can get. I rarely have a problem with it. And if you don't know what it looks like, well, there it is. As you can see, I have my regular speakers, my secondary, which is what you hear Spotify through, and my chat. So Discord and Zoom meetings, I'm going to go to chat, as you can see here. And if you have an input, you can just hit this plus button right here. Let's magnify that. Just hit the plus button right here, and you can add whatever output you already have revealed here and tell it to go there. Or you can just drag from here over to here. And then these are my wireless headphones. But yeah, so any output your machine sees will be here. And for inputs, you do have to have the program activated the first time you want to make the connection to it. So the ReCentral 4 is when I play video games, like when I was playing Marvel Rivals yesterday, is what my PS5 runs through. And I have it going to my speakers, which is Realtek Audio. I've muted that because I don't need the sound coming on my speakers and then perchance filtering into my microphone. And I can have it either going to the chat channel, or I can have it going to the secondary. Right now I have it going, to the secondary. And you can just set these all up. And then once you activate, and these will always be here. Notice ReCentral isn't on. It's not highlighted. Or it's not lit up, I should say. But once you do it, it's always there. So you don't have to reset it. One moment. Need to take. So yeah, if you're routing your audio, I highly recommend leaving the Windows settings at default and just letting Mixline pop up, and make sure you have automatically start Mixline up if you're using it to control all your audio, because if you don't, you're not going to hear any of your audio. So I just have it come up when I turn on my computer. Looks complicated. Nah. Hello, welcome on in. I was talking about you earlier. All good things, of course. Your ears were burning. Excellent. I mentioned the using nested scenes for your audio, which is something I hadn't recommended before, but because of the conversation around audio we had earlier this week, thought it would be interesting to bring up. Yeah. So again, follow Mike on Blue Sky. Can't recommend that enough. Excellent posts on production. Right there. And yeah, you have a couple more posts on production that I have to read. Okay. So amazing. So many posts come through the feed. Some of your old overlaid builds. Yeah. Yeah, I remember the sweet milk game. That was that was a lot of fun. All right, let's see here. So yeah, any other notes about audio, questions about audio? But put them in chat and we'll talk about it. That's what this first half is for. And then we will go into the second half where we talk about TTRPGs. There's some Gundam stuff I want to talk about because I completed a series, and you know I'm going to lose all my money to Bandai in July uh, because of the Gundam Assemble and the Gundam collectible card game. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in right about 10 minutes or so. But otherwise, that is the main part of today. And at the front of the stream, if you didn't catch it, we talked a little bit about some of the odd things that were at CES 2025 the other week. Because there were some odd things. I believe the thing that offended us the most. Let's see if I can just find a direct link to the. Yeah, here's the direct link to Spicer. 2 hours at the end. So Mixline, I still have my Go XLR routing tables and a Stream Deck profile for it, as well as a Stream Deck Plus with Waze software. So this would be superfluous for me. Yes, if you're doing all that, yeah. This would essentially replace the Go XLR routing tables. So if I was using Go XLR routing tables and Mixline, I wouldn't do both. I just, yeah. So if you have an audio mixer and you have that has software to it, and it lets you drag the individual sources to each channel that you want to go to, that's essentially what Mixline is doing. What we used to use Voice for, yeah, except it's a lot easier, and I haven't had any problems with it. Like in the beta, I had one problem, and then the last Windows update, I had an issue, but I think that had more to do with the Windows update than Mixline. But I easily corrected those. But it's been very solid. I just use it to move all my audio, and it routes the audio to my mixer, which I have a Rodecaster Duo. Anyway, here's the direct link to the thing that should offend everyone who even tries to cook. the Spicer AI-powered smart spice dispenser. You choose a recipe, load capsules, and auto dispense. Or you could just go, the recipe says a teaspoon, and you pull out a teaspoon, and you put that amount in the teaspoon. Yeah. It takes the guesswork out of seasoning, though. Okay, that's ridiculous. Yep. And you can use Spicer appliance to dispense precise amounts of spices manually. But my spice rack is on the back of the entire door, so maybe I'm the one with the problem. Right? But yeah, be the first to know when they launch. I won't stop you, but yeah, this is ridiculous. That device is going to get someone killed, right? Like, what's the recommended spice? Oh, I don't know. I hit the button. Oh, the spice stopped coming out. I guess that's enough. What? Yeah, no. that's a hard pass. Um, really need to get away from Keurig, but for tech. Yep. Here's the exact amount of things you need for this thing. Uh-huh, sure. No, really. If you do it to our specifications, or I could follow the recipe that has specifications in it, but if you follow our specifications for the thing, mm-hmm. All right. Let's see what else we got here. There's some weird stuff. Another few minutes on the normal tech segment. Let's see here. Just doing a quick look for articles. Because, if you hadn't seen it, the Switch 2 has an official trailer for it. This article's from Engadget, and we'll get more details on April 2nd with a Nintendo Direct. It's larger. It is. It's larger. The Joy-Cons are different slightly, and slightly different colored. Yeah. And there's a kickstand. And that's pretty much what we know. Someone posted a picture with Superman and Clark Kent labeled it Switch and Switch 2. Awesome. Love that. Yeah, so if you're looking for a portable device with controllers and a kickstand, here's the Switch 2. Saw some actual interested people commenting that they're mostly not waiting it to be larger because it's like Nintendo Deck, right? Yeah, because speaking of portables, I want to say it's the new Asus thing that they announced. Is it Asus? It might be Asus. One company announced an 11-inch handheld. That's a big handheld. Just saying there. I May laptops are too big for a lap, so why not? Yeah, yeah. I mean, you just hold a larger screen with controllers on the sides, and then you increase the screen size. So maybe your screen's out to here, and you're just kind of holding that with two controllers in hand. I mean, why not go big? Make it awkward. All right. Let's see here. Any next week, probably next Tech Friday, I'll have another thing in from Jet Pens because I blame Lady Luck 34 for all my Jet Pens purchases. It's easier that way. I'll have another planner thing to show off. Can I do that? I like pen tech. And again, I know I showed this off, but I really like the what is this? The Uniball Jetstream. Yeah, and grip. I like squishing the grip. Squish, squish, squish. Nice. And I should stop looking at tech pens or jet pens, because that's a dangerous site for me. And when future Tech Friday topics, when the Amsel Suite, I think. I want to get the name of the company right. Yeah, Amsel Suite. When they do an update, we'll go over that again because I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing. But to be a solid recommendation, they need a couple more updates. So if we get an update relatively near future, we'll talk about that. And also my current favorite tool, Legend Keeper, should also have some upcoming updates. So we'll take a look at both of those again. Mostly Legend Keeper, probably, because that's what I use. Keep track of my worlds and stuff. And then I use my Notion templates for all the other data I need to keep track of. All right, so let's take that break. And then when we come back, we'll be talking about TTRPG news. We open the floor to any topic you want to talk about. So TTRPG stuff, Gundam stuff, all that coming up after the break. See you in 5. I'm going to run some ads to keep pre-rolls away. So, enjoy the videos. All right, welcome back, everybody. Yeah. So, now is open floor time. As long as it has something to do with tech or TTRPGs or whatever we bring up, yay. I got a notification yesterday that Kickstarter I backed is actually shipping to me. It's the Ultimate Jam screen by Realmsmith. All the parts arrived for it, and they put together the package. Now they're shipping it out. So when that comes in, that might be part of Tech Friday next week. Is just showing off that screen because it looks super neat, and that's why I backed it. Also, I know a couple of the people at Realmsmith, so yeah. Let's see. What else we got here? What else was going to do? Oh, let's hold off on the Gundam and go into TTRPG stuff. Some news. If you follow the Dungeons and Dragons YouTube channel, there was more videos around the upcoming monster manual. So check those out if you want details. More details on it. Dungeons and Dragons still considered Satan's game. By certain sects of the populace, I'm sure it is. I don't see as many chick tracks around anymore. Oh, I wish I kept it. I was walking around over the summer, and I did get something like a chick track handed to me while I was in the downtown area. I think I might have thrown it out. Shoot, I wish I still had that. Because it didn't cover D&D, but was still in that vein, right? Then, yeah. If only he had used his drawing powers for good. Even in my adulthood, when I owned a hobby store, my parents still called me going out to RP Demon games. Oh, wow. Oh, what is this? All right. Let me look at this. Okay, so over on Bell of Lost Souls, they have a little roundup of some things. 5e compatible RPGs. But the reason I bring this up is the first one is called Record of Isekai Wars. And Dinner with Spirits is another one. So the by the titles alone, these sound delightful. Let's see here. Outlanders, Record of the Isekai Wars, a 5e and beyond starting campaign. Amazing. And here's the link to it on drive-through. Love it. All right, what else do we have? Seeing much here. Oh, let's get a little light music going. Bring it down a bit more. Modifius will have new Fallout miniatures coming. Here, yes, today. So if you want news on that, there you go. And let's see what else we have. So yeah. Oh, and because I went there, D&D Beyond will be down for maintenance on January 21st from about 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Eastern. So, yeah. I was just seeing if there was anything I missed. I already talked about the monster manual, so that's fine there. All right. Didn't miss anything there. Okay. And just a quick check. Talked about all the tech I believed that we would normally talk about. As a production question, okay, has anything changed in terms of good conference video capture of players, or is it still mostly Windows and Zoom? No NDI had remote, but did garbage for support. And Video Ninja lets you bring in individual sources, but D2P can be problematic. Yeah, Windows and Zoom is still going to be your best bet. I've poked at NDI before. I am having problems figuring it out, how to use it. Like the NDI tutorials I see on YouTube leave out stuff, and I'm like, wait, no, that doesn't quite answer my question. Thank you. So, yeah, and yeah, not great support. But yeah, your best bet is Windows and Zoom, or if everyone subscribed to Discord, the Discord video is pretty good now, but to get a higher quality image, you have to subscribe to Discord, so if you're looking for the lower cost, it's going to be Zoom. Zoom and Video Ninja give you back chat channels, which are very useful. And you can always chat in Discord, but yeah, if everyone's paying to up their video in Discord, it's not bad. That's a shame that aspect hasn't gotten better. Yeah, I've tried a few different things last year. I thought this is pretty good. This is almost there, but it's not quite the thing. It's not like Zoom's easy. Everyone understands Zoom, and there's nothing, and it works. Everyone's video comes through, and there's nothing really that has come out where I would say it was clearly as good as or better than Zoom. I wish I knew more people to talk to about this. But yeah, just nothing I've seen so far has really impressed me to go, is this better than Zoom? And I'm not a huge fan of Zoom, but it really is the kind of the best we have at the moment. At least that I found. But yeah, there was quite a few things, and I did try. Would have loved individual sources instead of that capture stuff. Yep, same. I did try Video Ninja on my Tech Friday with Chaotic Wholesome Presents, and both Kay and David were on, and you know it worked. It worked all right, except there were a couple moments where Kay's video froze a second, and then it caught up, so she sped up for a brief moment, and then went smooth, where you just don't have that problem with Zoom. Nest camera scenes and use something to make sure Zoom is always in the same place, size, i.e. bar rate, or yeah. Yeah, and it's definitely more work, but it's kind of, you know, your entire thread is pretty much the only way to do this currently with Zoom, with any accuracy to it, or I don't know the word I was looking for there. Let's see here. Where is that? There you go. So if you want to find out how to do that and the setup required, take a look at Mike's thread right there. It's great. I gotta read through it more carefully to figure it all out, but I think I'm understanding it, at least until I start applying it, and then I'll probably get confused somewhere. But yeah, that. Yeah, because some things work, seem like they work, but they don't have a, you know, maybe they don't have a back channel to talk into, or they don't have enough spaces for everyone in actual play needs, or the video quality is just not as good, or not as I should say not as reliable a signal. They still might do 720p or 1080p, but yeah, since Zoom goes to server, comes down, and they're all about keeping you connected. So far, they do it best. I did a number of years ago, so like, I don't know, 3 years ago, I did try using Skype once. That was a disaster. So I probably will never do that again. That was not working for my players at all, and it just, yeah, gave up on it real quick. I'm like, okay, this isn't working, and so we're back to Zoom, right? It's like you just go back to Zoom because we know Zoom works. You'll be fine, thanks. Main takeaway is you can use multiple scenes or dynamically built scenes for failover. Awesome. All right. Going to talk about some Gundam here. And even though I'm talking about Gundam, the floor is still open to whatever. So if we go down another rabbit hole while I'm talking about Gundam, that's fine. Ask away. I mean, you know, this is your free time to ask me questions. And, you know, we have Mike in here and Brian. Yeah, you have a bunch of smart people in here. So if you do have questions, ask away. So first, if you are a supporter, either on my Ko-Fi or Patreon, Ko-Fi is here, Patreon is .com, DC Lasair. That bring up the command? Yeah. At the $3 level, you get access to the Discord. I've put in a whole bunch of Gundam channels where we're talking a wide variety of things around Gundam, and especially leading up to the release of the Gundam Assemble in July. And the, like Rex Sunler. Let's see here. The the Gundam Assemble, and the Gundam Magic card game. And I've been watching the first series in Gundam Seed, which is in the, I want to say, the Cosmic era. Yeah, because Gundam, different series are in different timelines, and they call them eras or centuries or whatever. Like the first series that is under the Universal Century, that's where you'll find a lot of the animated Gundam stuff. There's a lot of manga too, but I'm just covering the animated things because I get overwhelmed easy, and I'm overwhelmed with the amount of animated stuff there is, because we're looking at, see here, I wrote this down. So there are 12 different timelines for Gundam and around 50 animated versions. This includes spin-offs, movies, and OVAs. And, you know, maybe things that don't fit in a timeline, like there's the SD Gundam stuff, which is just cute and funny. And things like that. And a lot of these timelines only have maybe one or two series and maybe a movie or two, and that's it. So you're going to find the most Gundam content in Universal Century, and then the second most will be in Cosmic Era, which is where all the Gundam Seed stuff takes place. And if you're starting off with Gundam Seed is a pretty good, that first Gundam Seed season is a pretty good starting point. It's about 50 episodes, 20-ish minutes each. And if you want a whole rundown of the timelines, there's a wiki. Right there. But yeah, I really like Gundam Seed. I have a couple problems with it. One thing that, and this was in the very first Gundam, is that the main character slaps a woman in the face. Now, in Gundam Seed, there was at least an apology, an acceptance of apology for it. Not that that makes it right, but it's there. And they get close to metaphysical BS in Gundam Seed, but they don't quite cross that line. There's some metaphysical stuff, but they don't go into full metaphysical BS, which is another thing the very first series did. And by this I mean where something outside the character happens, some sort of spiritual thing that just suddenly happens, right? And then after that, they seem to have new powers or something, and it happens within the last couple episodes, and so it's not really explained why it works or something. It's just suddenly hero has powers, and so that's metaphysical BS. So Gundam Seed, it still has, you know, it's anime, so it still has the, you know, anime things to it. And there's a little bit of metaphysical stuff, but it doesn't quite get into the fully suddenly hero has more power than ever before with no real explanation. And there are a few Gundam things, series. Mostly the stuff that's outside these timelines. But there's a few things we just can't see streaming here in the US. Pesky Day Job. Well. I do appreciate you being here. So yeah, and again, I'm really looking forward to the Gundam Assemble stuff. And the Gundam card game. And the Gundam Assemble stuff's probably what's going to get me into mini painting. Nope. If you had questions, Rex. Let's see here. Let me check something real quick. All right, and let's see here. The again, I'll be at MagicCon Chicago. The panel and events are up. I understand one Urban Bohemian might be on something. If you're going, I'll be there live in 3D. But yeah, I'll have to look at the schedule later. And let's see here. All right, so yes, my excitement for Gundam. The next Gundam series I'm going to watch is probably G Gundam. There's more Gundam Seed. There's another 50 episode Gundam Seed series to watch, which takes place 2 years after the original Gundam Seed. But I think I'm going to take a break from that timeline and move over to G Gundam, because that seems like a lot of fun. I heard you like Gundam, so I put some Gundam in your Gundam, right? That gets a Gundam. That's a lot of Gundam. Seeing DC IRLs while just riding over city buses like it's nothing. Yes, and, you know, when you see me, I will be in 3 dimensions. If you can see in more dimensions, and I exist in more dimensions, let me know. But as far as I know, I'm 3D, so, in person. Let's see here. Anything else? Anything new about Gundam Assemble yet? No. Runners. Oh, next week's Gunpla build. I hope to get in. I hope to start doing panel line painting. And I need a couple more things to come in yet. So hopefully those arrive before Wednesday and we can get that done. Because it's far easier to do this on when the pieces are complete and separated, not all connected together. So we got 2 legs, and eventually have the waist to do. But yeah, so I better order that product. Make sure it comes in. All right, what else we got today? I don't know, stuff and things. I might go to my comic shop later because I don't know if issues out for these yet. But I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. I'm really just one issue, and I'm really enjoying JSA #1. It's pretty good. And then Exceptional X-Men might have #4 might be out. I don't know, but this #3. Those are the main series I'm watching. Or reading. Watching. Those are my current comics. Just made a mess of all my pens and things. Yeah, and hopefully the I went to my FLGS a few weeks ago, and I was able to order the Question All Along the Watchtower, which is supposed to lead into the new Justice League comic. So not the JSA, but the proper Justice League. And there's still a few issues of that left, but I had to order issues 1 and 2, and so there's probably another week yet or so before those come in. And maybe I can pick up issue #3 of All Along the Watchtower. That'd be cool. So yeah, if there's any comics you're currently reading or looking forward to, let me know. What am I reading? Anything else? Oh, and as far as books on the Books Palma device, I am still reading the book about demons and fairies that goes over various demons and things like that in throughout the world. And so I'm still reading that. I'm not reading through things as fast as I would like to. Yeah, Demons, Vampires, Fallen Angels is the book. But it goes over, it names the thing, the country it's from, some basic lore, how to stop it if you were to see it, and then it moves on to the next one. And just a whole lovely book. But I'm hoping to get through a lot of it this weekend. And thanks to JD Lady for pointing out that the Books Palma, there's a page that they can really read it necessarily. Had an update, came right up. It updated just fine. I like this thing. So thank you, community, for helping to make that happen. The Ultimate DM screen I talked about was Kickstarter last year. And I'm just excited that a Kickstarter is actually being fulfilled. I'm getting, let's see, JD Lady at Love Mine, been reading every night. Awesome. Yeah, I really need to do more of that. Plus, I found some more books that I want to read on my books. Books on my books. It's a great little device. Very handy. And yeah, I mean, last year was just a bunch of e-readers came out. I don't know if we'll have quite as many announcements this year. Can't remember the last book I read that wasn't certification prep material. right? Like, I've had those feels before, not with certification prep material, but just other topics that I've either had to study or needed to know more about. Like for a while, my run was just TTRPG books. Oh, I did not see this. So if you want some analysis on the Switch 2, Ars Technica has a article on it. I need to read Vampire's Burial and Death. Had it in the to read pile for too long now. Ooh, what is that? I haven't heard of it. Heard of these. Let's see here. Author is Baker. Okay. Ah, thank you. Oh, Paul Barber. Okay. Neat. Awesome. Actually, this flows right into you need new glasses. It's all right. This flows really well with what I'm reading now. Because this is Centuries of Folklore about vampires, and I'm reading, folklore about various demons and angels and things like that. And so these two would make a nice reading pair. Yeah. This looks neat. All right. I'll add it to a list here. Add it to that list. All right. Excellent. Yeah, this would be a good follow-up. Yeah, let's see here. I can get you a link to the book I am currently on. I'll just look at my books here. Yeah, Field Guide to Demons, Vampires, and Angels, I believe. yeah, so let's see here. Here is format, classic guide. So the full name is A Field Guide to Demon, Vampires, Fallen Angels, and Other Subversive Spirits. Book is a translation of literal ninja manuals from Japan, and form changed how I handle spies in my campaign. Awesome! So yeah, let me put in the title here. In case you're interested in it, it should be able to get it from any bookstore, but there's the full title. Let's see. What is this called? The Book of Ninja. Ooh. Nice. Think you've read that book and have an earlier edition? Awesome. Yeah, I like folklore stuff, and what I like about the field guide book that I'm reading is that it's well written. It's an interesting read. It's, you know, there was quite a bit of thought put in putting it together. And I'm really enjoying it. Let's see here. I'm gonna put these books in my Notion real quick. And where was that other link? Look at me copying and pasting. Yeah, all about that copy paste life. All right, thank you, Rex. Let's see what else we have. How much time we got? Oh, we got time yet. Gotta share cool stuff when we find it. Yeah. All right. What else we have? Something that we talk about often is StreamerBot. And I've mentioned a video creator before. Just released a bunch of, like a starter's guide, a beginner's guide, 2025. Nutty is the creator's name, and he does a lot with tutorials around OBS and StreamerBot and the like. Lots of different things. But if you need a guide to it, you can find that video right here. So I'll probably be watching it later, and yeah, anything that comes up. But it takes you through initial setup and creating your first action, adding triggers, channel point rewards, all that stuff. So check that out. We talk about StreamerBot quite a bit. It's the bot that powers this channel. And if you want to learn more about it, check out that video. It'll probably be a good summary of things. I have a few Tech Fridays about various StreamerBot things. So yeah, check all that out. Thought caffeine and hats powered it. Well, yes, this is also true. So caffeine and hats funnel into StreamerBot, and then StreamerBot runs what caffeine and hats have told it to. There's a process, an assembly line of idea funneling, if you will. And I gotta figure out a video game to play next week. Should I just do more Marvel Rivals and, play it badly? I still haven't found a main yet. But I had a lot of fun. I'll probably be playing it again, even, not streamed. But I like running around smashing buttons. And with superheroes, all for that. Ooh. All right. Oh, there was an author I just got some books from. Because I saw a thread somewhere. I don't even remember where I saw the thread. I don't remember. Wow, So dinner tonight's going to be chicken sandwiches. Let's see here. So I got... another series I'm reading. Aaron Time and then picking up dinner. Thanks for stream. Yeah, all right. Thanks for being here. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up soon anyway, so appreciate you being here. Oh, the Flat Earth books 1 to 5 by Tanith Lee. They were recommended to me. So Knight's Master is the first one, then Night Sorceries. I'm sorry, that's book 5. Book 2 is Death's Master. Illusion's Master. Delirium's Mistress. And then Night Sorceries. So yeah. I have all those to look forward to. Because I have never read them before. So... but they're all, looks like 244-ish pages right in there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading those. And yeah, we're just kind of vibing into the weekend here. Let's see. Looking to see if we have any... other videos. Oh, just because I'm looking at YouTube videos, the next Monster Manual video on Tuesday will be aberrations and oozes. So if you're into aberrations and oozes, check out that video. That'll be up on Tuesday. Let's see here. Ultimate portable and podcast setups. So yeah, again, wide open. We got a few minutes left. I will always talk about Gundam. I'm liking it so far. Someday we'll go over what makes a Gundam series Gundam, like the tropes that are typically in a Gundam show. Not that they're all in there, but the things you'll find in more than one Gundam series that relates them, and that'll be a topic for a while. Seeing if there's any other videos. There's already reaction videos to the Switch 2 trailer, which doesn't really tell you a whole lot. So it's reaction videos to a video that, you know, like her breakdown. There's a kickstand, and the controllers are different colors, and that's kind of what we know. So, seemingly to have a bunch of thoughts on it, like, it looks neat because, you know, it's just a larger Switch with more stuff, but I don't think it deserves a whole video just yet. All right. Oh, detective shows. The final season of Vera is up on BritBox, and I am behind a couple episodes, so I'll probably be watching that. Because it's the final season, and I, marathon through the earlier seasons. So that should be good. And let's see here. Did I get all the way through Shetland? I don't remember. I'll have to look. British detective shows that I watch. Ooh, oh, there's another series that's new to BritBox. I haven't seen yet. Called Protection. I might have to watch that. Let's see, who's in this? Familiar. Okay, so it starts off, witness shot in a safe house. Okay. The person, I've seen that. Details. No, give me who's starring in this. I want to know, because as much as the BBC just has, their pool of actors and actresses that are actors that they pull from, and you typically see a lot of familiar faces. I know I've seen this person somewhere. Oh, they were in two of my favorite series, Unforgiven and Happy Valley. That's why they look familiar. And I'm talking about this person. Does a wonderful job in both those series that I've seen her in. And is the lead in this show called Protection, which currently has 6 episodes. I don't know if BritBox released them all at the same time. They're there. Oh, has quite an IMDb listing. Awesome. All right, as far as my weekend goes, no specific plans. Might have dinner with friends on Sunday. Other than that, I'll probably be watching Rift Tracks and reading. Maybe play some Marvel Rivals. Got a whole another Gundam series to watch. I'm never gonna watch all of Gundam, but some of the series are actually interesting to me, so those I will be watching. So if that doesn't make me a fan where I need to see all 50 series and movies and blah blah blah, I don't care. I'm a fan of Gundam. I don't need to see it all. There's just way too much. All right. Oh, and I did mention, just to give them a plug, because these are small teams of people working on them. Amsel Suite is here. Again, not quite a hard recommend yet. I do like it's offline. I like what they're going for. I've seen their roadmap, and I would like a few more of those updates to come to the thing before I go, you know what, this is the thing. But no subscription is nice. Pay once. And world build. So has a little more cooking to do, but that's promising. And then what I currently use is Legend Keeper, which is right there, which is a monthly subscription. If you pay annually, it's $7.50 a month. If you go month by month, it's $9 a month. There is a free version. But yeah, I've been using Legend Keeper for a couple years now. It's pretty nice. So if you are looking into things like World Anvil and whatever, try out the free version of Legend Keeper. I'm not paid or sponsored by or anything. I just like the product. And they have a blog and a Discord and all the standard things. And, oh, speaking of things I'm doing, if you want my production templates, they are now a reply to my pinned post on Blue Sky with all my other links. I had to update a couple of the short links recently. So if you're looking for my actual play production templates or my TTRPG templates that include, a DM screen and player's journal, things like that, check out that post. The first part is all my standard things, like if you want my email, where to find all my stuff. And then below that in the replies are all the links to my Notion templates that I've made for PTRPGs. And you can make a free account in Notion and get these all for free as well. So, yay! All right, that'll have to wrap things up for us today. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Let's see, who can we go raid? Who's on today? I don't know. Let's see here. Who can we raid? Who's on? Oh, well, we were talking about stuff to use for campaign prep, so we'll go visit Eugenio. He's talking about campaign prep. I can talk. So thank you all for being here. I will be back Monday, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, with some video game. I don't know which one yet. Maybe another Veilguard run? Don't know. Or more Marvel Rivals. There are a couple games I'm kind of looking forward to, so maybe I'll see if I can dig up some pocket change to put together enough to get it. And yeah, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to others. And stay tuned for the raid. Bye.